Trump deals a new immigration blow to international students. Here's why U.S. universities could lose thousands. The Trump administration has introduced a sweeping immigration proposal that could fundamentally alter how international students live and study in the United States. The plan seeks to replace the long-standing duration of status system with fixed admission periods for student visas, marking a significant departure from decades of practice. At present, students on F1 or J1 visas can legally remain in the U.S. as long as they are enrolled and making academic progress. By replacing this flexibility with rigid timelines, the administration is signaling a shift toward greater oversight and control of the student visa process. Already, data from U.S. Customs and Border Protection in July 2025 shows a steep decline in arrivals compared to the year before, including a nearly 50% drop among Indian students, one of the largest groups traditionally studying in America. Fixed timelines for academic studies. Under the Department of Homeland Security's proposal, the duration of status system would be eliminated in favor of a fixed 4-year stay for F1 and J1 visa holders. The 4-year cap, however, does not align with the realities of higher education in the United States. Studies show that completing a bachelor's degree takes an average of 52 months, or about 4.3 years, slightly longer than the new maximum period. Doctoral programs, which typically require 5.7 years to complete, would face even greater obstacles. For students in language training, the proposal is stricter still, limiting them to only 24 months. The proposal also reshapes the rules surrounding optional practical training and its popular STEM extension, which allow international graduates to gain valuable work experience in the U.S. after completing their degrees. Presently, students can take advantage of OPT without filing for an extension of their visa status. USCIS Director Joseph Edlow has even suggested that OPT itself could be curtailed or eliminated in the future, a prospect that has left students and employers worried about reduced opportunities for practical training and global competitiveness. Tougher review of extensions and denials. Another major shift in the proposed rule is the removal of deference to prior approvals when USCIS evaluates extension applications. Historically, if a student's circumstances remained consistent, their renewal was usually approved. The new approach grants immigration officers far more discretion to deny applications, even in the absence of new issues. Narrow exceptions and security justifications. The DHS proposal allows extensions only in limited scenarios, such as compelling academic needs, serious medical conditions, or extraordinary external events like natural disasters or institutional shutdowns. Academic probation, suspension, or other routine setbacks would not qualify as valid reasons for an extension. To justify the policy, DHS points to national security concerns, citing past incidents where a small number of J1 visa holders were suspected of posing threats. Universities warn of far-reaching consequences. Leaders in higher education have been outspoken about the risks of this policy. Miriam Feldblum, president of the President's Alliance on Higher Education and Immigration, emphasized that the proposed rule creates confusion and uncertainty, which could deter students, researchers, and scholars from choosing U.S. universities. Fonta A, CEO of NAFSA, Association of International Educators, described the measure as an overstep of government authority, interfering in academic decisions and undermining the country's competitive edge in global research and innovation. Looking ahead, a critical policy shift. If implemented, the regulation could take effect as early as the fall 2026 academic term. For many universities, this would mean adjusting admissions strategies, advising systems, and compliance efforts to fit within the stricter framework. If implemented, the rule could take effect by fall 2026, introducing stricter timelines, added bureaucracy, and heightened uncertainty for students. Critics warn that the change would not only reduce international enrollment, but also damage research collaboration, weaken innovation, and ultimately harm America's global competitiveness.
Trump deals a new immigration blow to international students. Here is why US universities would lose thousands. The Trump administration has proposed a major immigration rule that would aim the duration of status system for international students and replace it with fixed admission periods. Under the plan, F1 and J1 visa holders would face a 4-year maximum stay while language training students could be limited to 24 months since bachelor's degree averages 52 months and PhD nearly 6 years. Many students would be forced to seek extension. The rule also complicates access to optional practical training and STEAM extensions requiring students to file for visa extension before participating with USCIS high-tech aid and further limits on a work authorization. USCIS would gain greater discretion to deny extension without a hardly past approval, and students would lose the right to appeal denial. DHS cites national security as justification, though experts argue the approach is too broad. University leaders and education advocates on the policy put it a global talent, reduce enrollment, harm research, and diminish US competitiveness if enacted by a fall 2026.